Hello, matriculants, and thank you for joining us. This is Learn Extra Live on a Monday. A lovely weather we're having, and also I'm hoping that you've enjoyed your holidays. But for matriculants, there were never any holidays. We were learning because tomorrow it's also back to school. But for us, it is learning almost every day. Otherwise, we're all up to learn more on mathematics. I'm joined by Wilson. How are you, sir?
I'm really good, Abram. Great. Today,
how are you feeling about this term?
It's very good.
I can see that you all are ready to teach.
I cannot say anything. I mean, doing maths for supper, that's awesome.
That's awesome. Early dinner, I must say.
No, it's very. This is one of the good dinner today. I mean, I'll enjoy this dinner.
All right, talking about dinner, we'll be having dinner almost every day then, Mindsetters, because we are having our 2 weeks prelim review. Rather, because we understand that not all of us as Mindsetters wrote the same paper. So that is why we're trying by all means to help one another with our prelim review. So for these 2 weeks from today, including Saturdays, we'll be helping you. On Saturday, we have a full day schedule of shows. From 9 o'clock, we'll be doing maths. 10:30, we'll be doing physical sciences. At 12, we'll be doing life sciences. 1 o'clock, after that, at 3 o'clock, we'll be doing your maths list, we'll be doing accounting and geography. So it's from 9 o'clock up until 6 p.m. Stay tuned because we'll be teaching you more on that. But for today, we're doing some revision today. And the Mindsetters are having a great innovation that is proudly brought to you by Mindset and Samsung Learning Hub. Let me take you through. If you are a grade 12 learner or any Mindsetter that is tuning in right now and you're having your Samsung tablet or your Samsung premium smartphone, this is what you need to do. On your apps, on your Samsung, you need to look for the Learning Hub on your tablet. But if you are using your premium smartphone, you're looking for the Samsung Hub and you need to go to Learning Hub. And secondly, what you need to do, it is to view the products, browse and view the products that we have. After viewing, especially in the Mindset products, because that's why we want you to go there, because we have so much content that you need to view, browse, and download. Talking about downloading, the only way to download it is to purchase. Now, when registering, you'll be asked for your email address, so make sure that you have your email address. Thereafter, you'll be able to launch the hub by getting this notice. Wow. Great stuff. Look at that, Wilson. Everyone that is registering right now, they'll be getting 100 Rand free worth of our material that you can buy. Isn't that awesome?
Yeah, that's good. That's great.
It's so good. Yeah. And it's all for free. Mindsetters. Yeah. No, don't disappoint me. But remember, you can only buy once. You can make an order once. So if you are having to buy some things that you've seen, worth 30 Rand, know that you'll be losing 70 Rand. So you need to spend the entire 100 Rand. Otherwise, this is how the hub looks like. Take us through to the following page. Right, this learning hub, it's more like your library. It has your books, it has some shelves to organize your stuff, of course. Now, when you go to store, you can click on store and then type in Mindset Learn. What you'll see is the following page. This is the content that Mindset has posted or has uploaded on the hub. There's a lot of topics that you need to go through. You can select a topic of your choice, and then this is what you're going to get. You'll get to review the content, sing the questions. There are questions that are there. There's a summary and checklist. There are videos that are also there. And lastly, there are some solutions. Isn't that great also?
No.
Because every time Mindsetters will be asking us, when are you giving us what you're going over so that we can have it? Now you can have it at any time.
Yeah, this is awesome, guys. I mean, you'll have to take me through this. This sounds amazing. I mean, I really like this.
You know what? I love talking about this.
Yeah.
I haven't finished yet. Let me tell you how to pay because money is important. Let me take you to the next page. And after seeing the material that you like or the content that you like, you need to purchase it. You have 2 options. One is to use your free voucher that is worth 100 Rand. Hopefully, you would have spent the entire 100 Rand. And secondly, you have an option to use your credit card. So everyone, even if you spend your entire 100 Rand, you can still put more money and spend. Now, after buying, this is what you're going to get. awesome. You have your content on your library and you can use it at any time. Listen to this, Wilson. You don't need to be connected to the internet because already whatever that you have, it's on the cloud. It will be there on your computer.
Wow, this is great. It's amazing.
And it's all for free in a way. Because you have a free voucher that you can use.
Yeah.
So redeem your vouchers right now if you are using your Samsung tablet or your premium smartphone. Thank you very much to Samsung for making sure that we have this awesome learning innovation just for you, grade 12s. But for now, let me tell you, to join us on this session, you need to log in to your Facebook because that's how we learn interactively. So our Facebook page is facebook.com/learnextra. You should be knowing it by now. Otherwise, follow us on Twitter @LearnExtra. And lastly, download your notes all for free on learnextra.co.za/live because we are live. Enough talk, let's get to it.
Okay, great. Thanks, Abram. Guys, what I would like to encourage you is to go on our Facebook page. If you have questions that you struggle with for your premium exam, pose those questions. But I think the best idea to do, if you can't really type the maths, I mean, draw the graphs, draw a picture. Just draw a picture. Just draw a picture somewhere there. Then take a picture and post the question on Facebook. And I promise you guys we'll solve the problems with you on weekends or sometimes. And try to work hard, guys. So today, guys,
I love that, Wilson.
Yeah.
While you're talking about that, getting them to be helped, we have a help desk on Mixit.
Yeah.
How accessible is that? So they can submit their questions also and Mixit. So after taking those pictures, they can just send them through on our application. On general contacts on your Mixit, just search for Learn Extra.
Yeah.
So learning is everywhere.
Very
You
good.
don't need to make any excuses.
Okay. Okay, awesome, guys. Just remember, guys, if you can type the maths, take a picture, post the problem, we'll definitely solve the problem there. Okay, guys. Okay, let's start, guys, with our supper. I think this is an awesome supper. This is beautiful, guys. Okay, I have my cutleries here. Let's have our supper. Fantastic. Okay, guys. Let's see what I have here. So today, guys, I have to work through questions for September. I'll focus on functions, guys. Okay, this is awesome. Let's see what I have. Before we start, I have a challenge for you guys. This is a challenge. Given this function, g at x equals to 4x minus 10 over 2, write g at x in this form. What I want you to do, guys, is to take this function and write it in this form. And what do you try to post the answer on Facebook, guys, and I'll get time and solve this problem. This is a challenge, guys. I think you can do this. You can try hard. What you have to do is to take this function, rewrite this function in this form. It's what I need, guys, for you. And post the solution on Facebook, and we'll see what you guys have. Okay, fantastic. Good. So question 1. Let's see what I have. Question 1, given the function, this is f at x. I'll be given this function, which is 3 over x minus 2 minus 6. It's very important, guys, I really encourage you guys to read the whole question. Read the whole question before you answer the problem. We have to write the equation of the asymptote of f at x. The first problem. The second question, we need to determine the intercept of the graph with the x-axis. I mean, what I mean is the x-intercept and the y-intercept. The third problem, we have to draw the graph and indicate all the intercept. Great. Let's look at D. Write the equation of the axis of symmetry of f with a negative gradient. And lastly, we have to write the range if f at x plus 2, guys. So what I encourage you guys, this is very important. You get a problem in the maths. Read the whole question. Read the whole question before you try to solve. And if you're struggling again, if you struggle with A, and you can't do A and you can do B, do B. Why not? And you'll come back later. Don't waste time trying to solve A. You can do A, you can do C, you can skip while you're doing your maths, guys. Let's see how can we tackle this problem, guys. I hope you try this at home. Don't just observe. Take a pen and paper and try to do the problem with me, guys. Okay, fantastic. Let's see. The first question. Given the following function, write down the equation of the asymptote. The asymptote in this case, what do you have to do? Look at this value, guys. Provided you have a standard form. What is the standard form of a hyperbola? Is y equals to a x minus p plus q. So if you have this standard form, this is your y asymptote, and this is the x asymptote. Provided you have this kind of a standard form. So let's see. We already have this form. So the equation of the asymptote in this case, this will have y is equals to 6, that value. And what value? X equals to 2. Fantastic. Simple as that, guys. Very easy. I know you can do this. What do? If you have a standard form of a hyperbola, how do I determine the asymptote? What do? You look at the q value, which is my q value, and the p value, and it will give you the asymptote. Fantastic. Hope you understand this. Great. Second problem. Let's see what we have. Second problem, which is B. Given the following function, the same function again, guys, determine the intercept of the graph with the axis. What is the intercept, guys? The intercept of x-intercept and the y-intercept. How do I determine the y-intercept? To find the y-intercept, you make x 0. You make x 0. To determine the x-intercept, what do? You make y 0. Then you get your both x-intercept and your y-intercept. So in this case, let's see how can we find the x-intercept of this hyperbola. Okay. So to find the x-inter, okay, great. So the x-inter, in this case, let y 0. You just make y 0. You make y 0. You make this 0, then you find your x-intercept. So you have 0, because I make that part 0, is equals to 3 over x minus 2 minus 6. Okay, this is what I get. This is minus 6. This is minus 6, because I just make this 0. This is over 1. Then you solve for x. What is my LCD, guys? This is my LCD. So this times that, I get 0. I get 0. Then 3, then minus 6 in bracket, my LCD, which is x minus 2, guys. Makes sense. I just multiply by my LCD. What I do now, I distribute, I simplify, I do a bit of algebra here, which is, let's see what I can do. I have 3 minus 6x plus 12. Then I can move the 6 this side. I get 6x, and this is 15. Then I divide by 6 both sides. X equals to 15 over 6. This is my x-intercept. To find the x-intercept, you make y 0. To find the x-intercept, we make y 0, and the y-intercept other way around. Okay, let's see. The same function now. This is my x-intercept. I have to find the y-intercept. So the y-inter, you make x 0. Y-inter, let x be 0. You make x be 0. Straightforward. Okay. You make x 0. So let's see what you have. Function, this same original function. So you'll get y equals to 3 over, because x is 0, 0, I think is minus 2, minus 6. You just make x 0. Let me check this is correct. So I just made x 0. Yes. Then I get y equals to minus 3 over 2 minus 6. Then simplify this. Then how can I simplify this? You get your LCD. Your LCD is 2. If I were to get 2, I can multiply this by 2, multiply this by 2. What do you get? Y equals to minus 3 over 2 minus 12 over 2. Therefore, y equals to minus 15 over 2. Guys, but what I advise you guys to do, write this as an ordered pair. An ordered pair. So x there, remember, x is, for this point, x is 15 over 6, and the y is 0. This is the x-intercept. This is the x-intercept. What about the y-intercept? Same thing, right? This is an ordered pair. So this is what? X is 0, y is minus 15 over 2. Beautiful, guys. This is amazing. This is a brilliant supper. This is good. I don't know, Abram, do you have any question from Facebook there?
I'm looking at the mindsetters trying to answer our challenge question.
Oh, okay,
so interesting.
okay.
Get to it later.
Amazing, guys. Try the challenge problem. I like the problem. Try. Let's see if you can get that problem, guys. Okay. Great. Let's continue with our maths. Let's see. X-intercept, Y-intercept. Okay. So, guys, I mean, when you do interesting mathematics, you forget about taking a break. Let's take a break.
How do you give questions, Mara? But we're having a dinner. But anyway, it's good dinner. It's a learning dinner after all. Otherwise, mindsetters, to all the mindsetters that are tuning in Botswana, we just want to say Happy Independence Day, 47th Independence Day. Hope you're enjoying it just like Boy Love telling me on Facebook. Otherwise, keep it tuned in and try that challenging question because we'd love to hear from you. Check you out after this. Welcome back, matriculants. Now, just to help you also in your revision, as I told you that we are having our 2-week prelim review. Now, on the 14th of October, from the 14th of October, we'll be having what we call a whole day revision sessions from 9 a.m. up until 5 p.m. And great news, if you've missed out all those revisions, some of them, or most of them, or all of them, they'll be repeated from 9 p.m. There are going to be some repeats. So if you miss our revisions from 9 a.m. until 5 p.m., catch them later on from 9 p.m. But now, Wilson, on the page, mindsetters are all awake because it is dinner time and they love food.
Yes.
We have Abongile, Shikana, Shirley, and Sibusiso Gabriel giving us that you've made a mistake somewhere.
Let's see. Yes.
They think that you should have said it's -6.
Oh yes, this is guys, this is fantastic that you're on your Facebook and you're doing this because the asymptote of this is that value. So this must be -6 and x is 2. Grateful for that. This is -6, correct? Yeah. Okay. Beautiful. Okay.
That's good.
Yeah.
They're not just eating; they're paying attention.
Okay, but eat mathematics for dinner. This is good. Let's see the next problem, guys.
It's good for your
fantastic.
brain.
Yes. Let's see next problem.
So can I just say this to the mindsetters?
Yes, you're
Please,
welcome.
mindsetters, answer the challenge question on the post that is given. Please.
Yes, the
Because
challenge
we're having
problem.
the mindset, we're having the mindsetters that are just liking the challenge question. So, like as much as you like it, also give us your answers.
Don't just like it, solve it. Okay, good. Okay, let's see. So, number C, guys, we have now to sketch, make a neat sketch of f at x, indicate all intercept with the x-axis. What I advise you guys to do with this, sketch your asymptote first. So your asymptote in this case, look at your asymptote. Your asymptote, we had y is equals to -6 and x equals to 2. So sketch your asymptote first, which is y equals to -6. So -6 can be somewhere there, which is my asymptote, -6. And sketch the other asymptote, which is x is 2. Where's x2? X2 can be somewhere there, which is 2. Then look at this value, the sign of this. If the sign of this is positive, I'll get a shape like this, guys. I'll get something like this. If this is positive, it will lie in the first quadrant and the third quadrant. If this is positive, what about if 3 is negative? If 3 is negative, this will lie in the third quadrant and the fourth quadrant. So in this case, x is +3. So it should lie in the first and third quadrant of our Cartesian plane. Okay, now let's see. So what I know is that my graph should be in this Cartesian plane, in this plane. Remember, I must approach your asymptote and never cross this asymptote. And also it must be in this quadrant. Okay, so let's look at the x-intercept and y-intercept. So X-intercept, let me just go back. X-intercept, I had 15 over 6, and y-intercept of minus 15 over 2. Okay, so which is now my x-intercept is 15 over 2, which is there, and the y-intercept, let me just check to make sure, my y-intercept, which is minus 15 over 2, which is minus 15 over 2. So your minus 15 over 2 is around there, minus 15 over 2. Okay, so let me check. Let me just double check what is actually x. I think I'm making a mistake. So x is 15 over 6, and y is minus 15 over 2. Okay, let's see. X is 15 over 2, and this is 15 over 6. X is 15 over 6. Okay. So what do you do now? What you can do, then sketch a graph, which is something like that. You must approach your asymptote, and the other part, approach your asymptote, have your errors, showing that the graph doesn't stop there. And this is your y, and this is your x. Okay, great, guys. You just put your x-intercept, and you put your y-intercept. It's very nice to draw the asymptote first before you draw the graph. Okay. Now, the second problem. Write down the equation of the axis of symmetry of f with a negative gradient, guys, with a negative gradient. What is the axis of symmetry of this? So it should be somewhere there, something like this. This is not drawn to scale. So axis of symmetry is a line that will pass through that point. And what are the coordinates of this? So x there is 2, y is minus 6. So I have to find what kind of graph is that. It's a straight line graph, which is y equals to minus x plus c. Okay? So y equals to minus x plus c. Then how do I find the c value? You take any point that lies on the line. So in this case, which point lies on the line? The only point lies on the line is 2 and minus 6. What is y? Y is minus 6, and x is 2, so I get minus 2 and c. Therefore, we can get our c value, which is minus 6 plus 2 and c. Therefore, we get minus 4 equals to c. Therefore, our line is y equals to minus x minus 4. Fantastic. Good. Okay. Great, great. This is, I hope you understand this and trying this at home, okay? And if you don't understand, just post anything to Abram. Great, guys. Let's look at the next problem, what we have here, okay? So we have, write down the range of f at x plus 2, guys. So let's look, the range of this. So what I want you guys to remember, if I add a value, if a function, not in the bracket, I add 2, what happened to the function? If I add a number, moves that unit up. If I add 2, implies 2 units up. If I minus 2, 2 units down. But if I add a value inside the bracket, the minus moves to the right, the plus to the left. Okay, guys? So in this case, we move in this graph 2 units up. So we have to give the range of that function. So the original function, guys, we had, let's see what we had. We had this. So we add 2. So the new function, it should be 3 over x minus 6, not minus 6, minus 2, minus 6. Then we add 2, because saying f, this is f, the whole f, which is this part. Then you add 2. So what do we get? We get f at x is 3 over x minus 2 minus 4. Okay? Therefore, the range of this, y can be anything but y y cannot be minus 4. Okay, so the range, you just look at this value, provided it's written in the standard form. X can be anything, y can be anything, but y cannot be minus 4. Okay, I know I don't have a domain one, but let's find the domain of this. Let's determine the domain of this. The domain is x can be anything, but x cannot be that value, which is 2, because if 2 is there, we divide by 0. Okay, fantastic, guys. Good. Great. Let's see what you have next. I hope you guys understand this and you're trying this and working hard at home. Take a pen and paper and do it. Abram, do you have any question particular about the first problem on Facebook?
Not on that question.
Yes.
Still having some mindsetters who are doing the
challenge problem.
Yes.
Okay, guys, keep trying the challenge problem. Keep trying. I think it's amazing. Try to do it, guys. Let's see the next problem, guys. Okay. The next problem. In the figure, the graph of the parabola, guys. This is the parabola, guys. The parabola f intersecting the x-axis at that point. Intersect the x-axis at that point, which is this. And this, we have our x-intercepts there, is given. Furthermore, which is 1 over 4 b is the coordinate of the turning point. Very important, the turning point of the curve. This is the turning point of the curve. What is a point of intersection? Y is the point of intersection, which is there, the intersection. And we have a point, K6, which lies on the graph. Lies on the graph. It's on the graph. Okay. So this is what you have. So let's see. The first question is find the value. Determine the value of K. Find the value of A. Okay. Find the value of A. So we have to find K, A, and B. Okay. So let's see. There is our K, and A, and E. So let's start with K. Remember, this is a parabola, guys. What is this value? Because this is a turning point. So this is your axis of symmetry. If you do this, so 1 over 4 is somewhere there. So the axis of symmetry, you just divide this parabola into 2 equal shapes. This side and this side into 2 equal shapes because of this axis of symmetry. Okay, so let's see now how can I find this K. So if you look at this x value here is a quarter. It's 1 over 4. Everywhere, this is 1 over 4. This is 1 over 4 here. It's 1 over 4. So how can I solve this? Check, guys, how can I do this? What you can do, ask yourself, from there to there is equals from there to there. But now, from 0 to 1 over 4, what happened? What did I do from 0 to 1 over 4? You can do the same thing from there to there. So from 0 to 1 over 4, you actually added a quarter there. You added 1 over 4. Then from there to there, we added 1 over 4. Then from there to there, we can add 1 over 4. So the K value in this case is, the K value is equals to 1 over 4 plus 1 over 4, which is 2 over 4, which is equals to a half. Okay. Simple as that, which is equals to a half. What about the A value? The A value. How can I find now the A value? The A value. Still, this point, the coordinates of the point, this is actually, now let me write this properly as a coordinate. This is 1 over 4, 0. 1 over 4 is 0. So this is 1 over 4, 0. And remember, it cuts this into 2 equal parts. 1 over 4 is 0. This is not good. Let me rewrite this back. 1 over 4, 0, which is that part. So now, the same thing. Ask yourself, because this part, okay, this part is equals to that part because of the axis of symmetry. From 2 to a quarter. What can I do to move from 2 to a quarter? Then you do the same thing, move from there to there. So to move from there to there, let's see what I can do. Move from there to there, let's see what I can do. Let me see. I can say 2 minus 1, which is, let me see, delete, 1 divided by 4, which is actually 1.75. So you minus 1.75. 1.75. Oh, this is not 1.75 from 2 to get that. So you do the same thing. If you minus this, then the value of A, you get minus 3 over 2, which is the value of A in this case. Okay, guys? So the value of A is minus 3 over 2. Great. Fantastic. So the value of A is minus 1 over 3. Minus 3 over 2. The second problem now, we have to find the value of B. Show the necessary calculation, guys. Necessary calculation. And this is what 6 marks. I have to do a bit of working here. See, let's see. This is the turning point. So what is B? B is the corresponding Y value of the turning point. I mean, I don't see the other way of doing this, but what I have to do is to find the equation of a parabola. And how do I find the equation of a parabola, guys? If we have 2 x-intercept, reverse the x-intercept and find the equation. That's part 1. But if you have a turning point, let me just write the format. So if you have this, if you have the x-intercept, use this formula. If you've given the x-intercept, use this formula. Use this. Use this, which is x, then x minus 2. You reverse your x-intercept. If you provide you with x-intercept, what if you have a turning point? If you have a turning point, try this form, which is x minus p squared plus q to find the equation of a parabola. So either you can use this or this. Then from there, you take a point that lies on the graph. So let's see what we have now. So what we have now is I have 2 x-intercept. So I have to use the first format, standard form, to find this. So my x-intercept, so I'll have to say y equals to a x, I reverse x, I reverse my first x, which is this x, I get positive 3 over 2, positive 3 over 2, 3 over 2, or x minus 2, the second x-intercept. Then from there, what can I do? Take a point that lies on the graph. Any point that lies on the graph. Let's see. What do we have? Something that lies on the graph. Oh, yes! The y-intercept lies on the graph. I can use that. So if y is 6, then x is 0. So 3 over 2. 0 minus 2. Therefore 6. A, this is 0, so this part I'll have just 3 over 2, I'll have minus 2. If I times this, 2 and this cancels, then I will have minus 3. Then 6 equals to minus 3a. You divide by minus 3. A is minus 2. Oh, so I get a minus 2. Check yourself. Does it make sense? Is this correct? Remember, when the value of a is negative for a parabola, it's negative, you have a sad face. If it's positive, you have a smiley face. So in this case, the value of a is minus. Is this correct? Yes, because my graph is a sad face. Therefore, this might be correct. So what if you get positive and your graph is a sad face? Probably you made a mistake. Try to do that again. Okay, good. So now, the standard form now, we have y is equals to minus 2, x, 3 over 2, x minus 2. So from there, what we can do, simplify this, I get minus 2, x squared, minus 2, I fold this, plus 3 over 2x. And then the last part, this times this, I get, which is minus 3. I get minus 3. I get minus 3. Okay, so distribute my minus 2. I get y is equals to minus 2x squared, minus 2x squared, minus 2x squared, plus 4x. I'm distributing here. I'm just distributing the minus 2 inside the bracket. And this times that, times that, cancel. So I have minus 3x, then I times this and this. I get positive 6. Therefore, y is equals to minus 2x squared, x positive plus 6. This is the equation of the parabola. So if I have the equation of a parabola, now what I can do is to substitute this 1 over 4 and I'll have the value of b. So to get the value of b, I substitute 1 over 4. So the value of b, which is this, is y, corresponding y value of the turning point, which is minus 2, 1 over 4 squared plus 1 over 4 plus 6. And I mean, you don't have to waste time doing this. You can just put this on your calculator and you get your final answer. Let me try to do the same thing. Let me try to do this. I mean, you take your calculator, you don't want to waste time. You can put minus 2 and you can put your bracket, delete 1 divided by 4, bracket squared, plus 1 divided by 4 plus 6 equals to, then in a fraction form, I like this in the fraction form. Let's see, you get 49 over 8. Okay, you get 49. Therefore, y equals to 49 over 8, which is what? Which is the b value. So you have to write this down. Therefore, b equals to 49 over 8. Beautiful. This looks awesome. Okay, great. So I hope you understand this, guys. Let's look at what we have next, our next problem. Okay.
I think we should take a break on that note.
Yeah, I think we should. I mean, we should.
There's just too much to take
Yeah.
in. And the mindsetters are waiting for meat because we are having a dinner, which is the challenge question for us to do later on. Right, mindsetters, on that note, just know also that you're left with 27 days before your official exam starts on the 28th of October. So 27 days is not that much. 27 days, 5 hours. But we're here to help you. We'll be telling you more after the break.
Right.
Welcome back, mindsetters. Now, earlier on, as we opened the show, we told you more about Samsung Learning Hub. Now, I need to tell you this, that you need to stay tuned because we are going to be having an awesome competition for our Learn Extra revision marathon competition, of which we will be giving away some awesome prizes, proudly sponsored by Samsung. So look out for that one because we don't want you to miss out as a mindsetter. For now, let's continue.
Okay, guys, great. And I hope you're trying the challenge problem, okay? So let's look at this problem now. It's the same problem from that parabola. So we have that parabola, which is the equation we managed to find the previous problem. So the next question is determine the equation of a tangent to the curve at this point. Okay, so we have to find the equation of a tangent at this point. I mean, let's see. So this says where you use your calculus. So you find the derivative of your function, which is dy dx. In this case, it was y prime or y prime. We get minus 4x plus 1. Okay, great. So we want the equation of a tangent at this point, which is 0 and 6. So what now? What can I do? I find the gradient. So to find the gradient, so what you're trying to find is y equals to mx plus c. So to find the gradient, you take this value, the x value, substitute in your derivative. So if I make this. I substitute 0 there. This whole part is 0. Therefore, our gradient, this gradient m is 1. Okay, if this is 0. So we substitute 0 there, we get 1. So dy dx, we get minus 4 times 0 plus 1, and we get 1. Okay, good. You take the derivative, you substitute a point and get a gradient. Therefore, y equals to 1x plus c. Now, to find c, you take a point that lies on the graph. Which point lies on the graph? Which point lies on the graph? 0, 6. X is 0, y is 6 there, and x is 0. Therefore, c is equal to 6. The equation of a tangent is y equals to x plus 6. Beautiful. Okay, guys, hope you're enjoying this. This is awesome. Abram, I wonder if you have a question specific about this. Okay, before I can do the next problem.
Well, here's a question. I think it is about that one.
Yes.
From Tati. She
Yeah.
says, I don't understand why at first we added 1/4 since the lengths are not equal.
Oh, she's asking about the why
I
we
think
added.
it might be the previous question.
No, I think it's the parabola. Yes. Okay, think about this. You have your parabola there. Parabola. Remember now, you have 1/4 is the axis of symmetry. What is the axis of symmetry? The axis of symmetry now, cut that parabola into 2 equal parts. So if you draw 1/4 down there, therefore the piece, the half of that parabola is equal to that piece. Then I can just add 1/4. Okay, good. Okay, now let's look at the next problem. What do you have here? So this is the challenge now. Welcome to the challenge. Let's see. How many? Anyone answer there?
So
Yeah?
many.
So many.
So many
Okay, let me
people.
do the challenge. Let me do the challenge. Let's see now if you got this. Okay, so I have to write this in this form. What I can do is use a long division. This is the same as minus 2 divided by 4x minus 10, your long division. Then what do? This divided by that. What do you get? You get 4. You get 4. Then 4 times x, you get 4x. You get 4x. And 4 times minus 2, you get minus 8. Remember here, we are minusing. If we minus, this would be minus and plus. Okay, because we minus it. And if I add this, this is 0. If I add this, this is minus 2. Then what you can do from this, you can take this and rewrite into this form. Let's see how can I do this. Therefore, g at x is equals to the a value. There's my a value there, which is minus 2 over x minus 2 plus the remainder, which is 4. Great. Okay, guys. And Abram, on Facebook, do they have something like this for this challenge problem?
Let me look through the answers because I have about
Yeah,
more
just
than
check.
30.
Just check and let me know while I'm working.
All right,
Okay,
I'll
fine.
do
Okay,
that.
good. Okay, now let's look at the next problem, guys. The next problem. Okay, in the sketch, the following functions are represented. We have this function, which is exponential x to the power 3 to the power x. And now they're saying that g at x is the reflection into the y cos to x. If you think about this, think about the inverse. So it's the inverse of that. And now they're saying h is the reflection of g, it's the reflection of this into the x-axis. Okay, into the x-axis. Now let's see what we have here. The first problem is determine the defining equation for h and g. Oh, let's go up there, f and g. So g is the inverse of f. So let's find the inverse of f. So what do? G, to find g, f at x is 3x. To find the inverse, you make y x. I make this x, then I make y. For x, I substitute y. Then I solve for the y value. What do? I can use my logs. Logs both sides. Log x, log 3y. So I can drop y there. So log x, and I get y, and log of 3 there. Then I divide by log of 3 both sides. So what do I get? So I get log x over log of 3 is equals to y. Then if I change my base, then I get log 3x, log 3x is equals to y, therefore, which is the same as the g that we're trying to find. So implies that g of x is equals to log 3x. Okay, fantastic. Now, let's look at the next problem. Find h at x, the reflection of g into the x-axis. How do we find the reflection of g into the x-axis? The reflection of g into the x-axis, we can just take this whole thing and multiply this by minus. So h at x is equal to minus log 3x, okay? And you can simplify this further, and you can get g of x, which is the same as log 1 over 3x if you simplify this lot. So this is the reflection of that. Okay, great, fantastic. So let me see, Abram, did you get anything from
Yes,
from
I
the
have
challenge?
got it right.
What do they have? What do they have? Let me see if it cross. What do they have?
Okay, I'll take the first one.
Yeah?
Silo,
Yeah.
No, I lose. It says G is to X equal to 4.
Yes, okay, yes.
Equal to 4X
Yeah?
minus 10.
No. The second one, what do you have?
Okay, the second one who
Do you have
says,
something like this? This is
Okay.
what I got.
there's someone who actually said, Abraham, please tell Say, this is the right answer.
Yes.
That's Moses Gabriel. He says, 4 is minus 2.
Okay, over, yeah? Do you have that?
Over X minus 2.
Yes! Who's that?
It's Moses Gabriel.
Yes, so what a good dinner.
Nice one.
Yeah.
But here's a funny one from a version of you,
Okay,
another
yeah,
version
yeah.
of you, Levison, because you're Wilson. Levison says, you know what, this is pop and place, very easy. But funny enough, he didn't even answer it.
Okay, great. I hope you're enjoying your pop and place. Okay, fantastic. Okay, good. Let's look at the next problem. Okay, this is beautiful, guys. This is one of the good mathematics. But soon we'll have our DZ. Okay, let's see.
That is the dessert.
Let's see the next problem. The next problem we have. Okay, we solve it. Now, this is very important. I know even some of my students, they struggle with this. Now, determine with the eye of the above sketch the value of x for which f at x is bigger than g at x. F at x is bigger than g at x. We want where f is on top of g at x. So what are we trying to find? Okay, so let's look at the graph. Where f at x is bigger than g at x. So there's f at x. There's f at x. So where's f at x bigger than g at x? Where's g at x? G at x is there. Is actually when x is bigger than 0. When x is bigger than 0, f at x is on top of g at x. So your answer, you just say when x is bigger than 0. Okay, the second problem. I really love this problem. I love this one. I love the second problem. Let me rewrite this. You have find the value of x if g at x over h at x is equals to 1. How can I solve this? I mean, what you can do, try to do a bit of algebra. What can I do here? I can see this over 1. I can simplify by LCD. H of x is my LCD. So I get g at x is equals to h of x. Whoa, I see now. So what I have to do now is find where h at x equals to g at x. Okay, so let's go back. Let's see where h at x equals to g at x. So this is h at x, g at x, they're equal there. They intersect there. They're equal there at that point. So x equals to 1. So therefore, you just say x equals to 1. This is really interesting, guys. Okay, good. Now, this is good. Okay, let me do this problem. Now, the second problem is the following function is given. We have to find the inverse. To find the inverse, this is y, this is x. You swap x and y, so you make this is x, and this is 2y squared. And what do you do now? You solve for y. Okay, this is x over 2, which is y squared. Then what I can do, I can square root both sides. If I square root both sides, I get that y is equals to plus minus the square root of x over 2, guys. Okay, great, guys. Okay, fantastic. Okay, guys, I think we're running out of time. What I'd like you guys to do is to try these problems. I mean, we have these problems on Facebook. Try to do and post your answers, and we'll see we can help. We'll just check it your solution, guys. Okay, this is really good. Over to you, Abram. What do you have there?
All right.
Yeah.
What I can tell the mindsetters is that we also have a help desk whereby they can access it via our Mixit. So if they're struggling, you can also get to Mixit, add a contact, which is Learn Extra. But otherwise, we know that some mindsetters didn't write well their prelims. So from you as a maths expert teacher, what are some of your advices? Because some of them are starting their exams very soon.
Okay, what I advise you guys, I mean, get into, try all the previous papers, try to do the problems, don't leave any problems. I mean, work with your friends, get in a group with a friend, try to solve the problem. I mean, especially with maths, take a pen and a paper, solve the problem. Don't just open a textbook and check the solution. Try to do it. You can do an example. If you have an example in a textbook, take that example, redo it. There's nothing wrong.
Exactly.
There's nothing wung with that. Yes.
Here's what a mindsetter is asking, actually, based on the challenge question. Is there any other way to solve the challenge question?
I think if you can use your synthetic division, you can solve your challenge problems. I think it can work. But some can do it by inspection. Okay. If you manage to do it by inspection, by just looking at it and do it, just let Abram. Okay. But you can use synthetic division.
All right. And then we have Karabo Mukele, who says, can you please just continue because the night is still young. I just can't have enough of maths.
Oh,
that's how nice it is. But also we have Troy saying, I love your energy. Say, I wish I can have that when I'm writing my finals. I'll do awesome. So energy also helps you. Okay. So thank you so much, man. I have this awesome quote just for you, matriculants. It says, don't give up now, especially on something that you really, really want. It's difficult to wait, but more difficult to regret. So rather wait, be patient, but never ever regret. So the time that you're having now, make sure that you use it. But your last words?
Over to me. One thing again, guys. Life is good for me today. Teaching mathematics and having supper mathematics. This is good. Okay.
Life is good. Otherwise, mindsetters, thank you very much for tuning in. Tune in for our marathon competition because it's coming soon, sponsored by Samsung. We'll be telling you more. Keep your eyes peeled on the page. Otherwise, from us to you, we just want to say, keep learning, learn more, learn extra. Keep on believing in yourself because when you stop believing in yourself, no one will ever believe in you. Peace out.